Don't you want to live forever? Well, between Spermidine and the Bio-NMN in here, it's very well a possibility. Meet Longevity from Core's Lifeline series. This is going to be the new anti-aging product from Core's health series of products. In my opinion, the 2 stars here are going to be Puremidine, aka Spermidine, a trademarked Spermidine from NNB Nutrition, and Bio-NMN, the blockbuster NAD Plus product from NNB Nutrition as well. There's a bunch of other ingredients in here that are going to help overall with longevity or compound on the things that those 2 ingredients do. So let's jump in and talk about the product. Right off the top, we've got a nice dosage of quercetin. Quercetin is going to be a flavonoid, aka a polyphenol antioxidant. You find these in onions, coffee, all sorts of other stuff that's super healthy and we all know that we should be using. That's why coffee users live longer on average. This is going to be a very high potency, 95% extract of that. Now, quercetin has a lot of different benefits. Metabolic benefits, it helps stave off diabetes, it can help prevent insulin resistance and stuff like that. It's also even a zinc ionophore, so it helps zinc get into cells a little bit better. That's awesome for immunity and longevity. But the big thing here is going to be quercetin driving mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria, where ATP, universal energy unit for our cells, is created. Now, quercetin does this by oxidizing NADH and creating it back into NAD+. NAD plus and NADH are going to be a big topic of the video that we're going to be talking in today. So if you want to learn more about this, I would recommend checking out our Bio-NMN video or literally searching NAD plus on our YouTube or our blog. We go very in depth on a lot of those videos and blogs. I'm not going to go super as in depth on this one, although you should be able to keep up if you do just follow this video. What you need to know is that NAD plus and NADH. NAD plus is going to be a key molecule that has huge importance in our body, helping with the electron transport chain of creating more ATP. It's a very high level explanation. NADH is a reduced form of NAD plus. And quercetin actually helps convert that back into NADH. This is one way of creating NADH because quercetin takes NADH and converts it back into NAD+, because it's a reduced form of NAD+. Now, NAD+ and NADH are going to be a ratio of 2 molecules. The ratio between those 2 is going to be a huge determinant of longevity, how long you're going to live, quality of life, your energy in your body, overall metabolic health. The downstream benefits of doing this are huge. And that's what we're going to be talking about a lot in this video today. After quercetin, we use Bio-NMN in this product. Now, Bio-NMN is a trademark patented ingredient from NNB, the makers of MitoBurn, Caloriburn, a lot of the other ingredients that people have been enjoying. Now, NMN is actually derived from niacin. Niacin is previously the most popular ingredient for NAD plus creation. Bioavailability of NAD plus is not great, so you can't actually take it in. You have to use supplements to create it in your body. Like I said before, ATP is produced in mitochondria. And your cells use a machine called the electron transport chain, an electrical potential generated by the ratio of NAD plus to NADH. This ratio is very important, right? This is going to be actually what makes the ETC work. And so that higher NAD plus to NADH ratio is going to predict a higher metabolic health and a longer life overall. The basic reason for that is that every cell in your body benefits from having more energy at its disposal. So low ATP production is obviously going to be an issue for that. Mitochondrial dysfunction often causes this, and that's strongly associated with age-related neurodegenerative disorders like dementia and Alzheimer's. So now we've explained theoretically what NAD plus does. The million-dollar question is, does NMN actually raise NAD plus levels in the body? We've had a few animal studies that strongly suggest yes, that's exactly what it does. They've indicated that it protects against ischemia, supports brain health, increases insulin sensitivity, fights obesity, and increases lifespan overall. In aged mice, acute NMN incubation and isolated aortas increase NAD plus 3-fold. That's significant. Now, switching over to human studies, NMN reduced late-day fatigue in the elderly. This was actually published this year. It's one of the reasons that NMN is becoming so popular is because of this recent data coming out. Obviously, longevity is made for anti-aging, so a lot of this stuff is going to be studied in more elderly folk. A lot of us younger folk taking it won't always get the same benefits of those elderly folk, but it is significant that these findings are found because we're dealing with anti-aging here. So in 2022, 250 milligrams of NMN, what's in this product, was given daily over 12 weeks and shown to significantly reduce feelings of afternoon fatigue in a sample of 161 adults. It also improved the function of the legs, which is the kind of thing that we would expect to see in light of how NAD+ affects cellular activity. Other human studies showed improving insulin sensitivity, improving aerobic capacity in amateur runners. All of these were after 2021. So this is all very new data. We're very excited about this new stuff coming out, and obviously there's more to come. Now after that we hit GBB. GBB is at 50 milligrams, and you're supposed to take one capsule in the morning, one capsule in the afternoon. So you shouldn't sweat too much. But that being said, I like to take mine before activity. It helps me just feel a little bit better for the activity and also gets me sweating. GBB is a pro-carnitine product. Carnitine is important because it shuttles fatty acids into your mitochondria, which helps them burn that fat for energy. So we're kind of creating more mitochondria, making them more efficient, shuttling fat into them to make them more energy. It also increases brown adipose fat tissue out of white tissue, which is going to be more metabolically active, and that actually happens through mitochondrial biogenesis. So we're again making more mitochondria. There's a lot to be said about it. I actually like this idea of carnitine and GBB being used in an anti-aging aspect here, because I'm not really huge on GBB for fat burning. I really believe in it for just making you sweat, and for this actual discussion here of shuttling fat into mitochondria and also creating more mitochondria overall. Now from there we add in estrogen. Estrogen is going to be a huge ingredient absorption product you find in pretty much every product these days. It's totally safe in these higher dosages all over. It actually does not have any real data with these ingredients in this product, but it overall lowers inflammation in the intestine, which is important for me because overall I do believe that when it comes to anti-aging, gut health is a big factor. So obviously that does make a difference there. PQQ at the end is again another ingredient that drives mitochondrial biogenesis. We're just creating tons of mitochondria here, which is going to be really important for the body for all the reasons that I've already listed. And now the keystone ingredient, the new ingredient to the market, the one that we are super excited about and obviously can't stop talking about the name of, Puremidine, aka Spermidine. And obviously the keystone ingredient for this product, the ingredient that is new to market, no one else has been using it, and Core is bringing it to the game. The one that we've been talking all about, and of course, talking about the name of, is Puremidine, aka Spermidine. Now, Puremidine is the trademark name from NNB that they're using for Spermidine. It's gonna be really good because it's an unadulterated, lab-tested Spermidine that's prized for purity. We like NNB because they produce pure products. When there are unpure products out there, like in Grains of Paradise or Glycerol, they come out with pure products that we can test. We've seen the testing, we've requested it multiple times, and they always come through with it. Now, Spermidine is awesome, but you have to understand a metabolic process also known as autophagy to understand what Spermidine does. Autophagy is the mechanism by which cells recycle their defunct organelles, get rid of them, and create new organelles from that matter. A spherical cell-like structure with double membranes that emerges from the cell's endoplasmic reticulum engulfs diseased, damaged, and senescent cells using a phagophore. When I was in biology, I don't know if you guys were nerds like I was in biology, but I imagine this as Pac-Man. That defunct content of that cell then becomes totally engulfed. The autophagosome fuses with a lysosome, a membrane-bound organelle that, filled with digestive enzymes, digests that organelle or that cell, recycles it, and ejects the molecular components into the cytoplasm of the cell where that was taking place, and it creates new. Spermidine upregulates autophagy overall. So we're getting rid of the old and in with the new. A very important process to combat aging, as you can imagine. So we've got a human study showing higher dietary spermidine intake predicting lower mortality. This is from 2018. Again, some new data here. 800 volunteers at least 45 years old for 2 decades, a 20-year study period. All-cause mortality decreased as dietary spermidine intake increased. An animal study showing spermidine extended lifespan and health span in mice. 2017, this was actually placebo-controlled, even in mice. Texas A&M found that mice who got supplemental spermidine in their food lived longer, significantly longer, and were much less likely to develop liver fibrosis or cancer. Talking 25% longer than the control group. They lived a quarter of their life longer. Human study showing spermidine supplementation improves cognition in the elderly. Again, not obviously all that surprising. We saw this with the NAD+ ingredient, Bio-NMN, and of course, autophagy would help drive this even further. This study is actually from 2020. Again, some very new data. Now, this did have a higher dosage than here. It was at 3.3 milligrams and 1.9 milligrams. This has 1 milligram. So a higher dosage, the higher dosage of 3.3 did have the most significant results. 1.9 also did have significant results. 1 milligram was not studied. So, keep that in mind when you're talking about this product. It does only have 1 milligram. Overall, we're super excited that Spermidine is here. Mike put in the blog that it's swimmingly good. Outside of the jokes about the name, it is a very impactful ingredient. It's very expensive, and that's why there's only 1 milligram in here. That's a significant dosage, but also a significant price. But Core does what they need to when it comes to Lifeline and all their products to make sure that you get the effects that you need. Overall, I did say I got this product for free, and we have a business affiliate relationship with both ingredients in here and the brand overall. But hopefully this is educational, informative, and it can help inform your buying process. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.